Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is DIY DIECAST, and today we will be opening up some vintage NASCAR items in the 1/64 scale. You can see we have some racing champions all the way around there, and two different slightly different versions here. You'll see in the red packages, these are called stock rods, and these 50th anniversary cars are just very similar. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to call them all stock rods. Basically, they're the same, a little bit of difference in the name, all made by racing champions, and all vintage diecast still in the package. In the last video, I opened up these four vintage Dale Earnhardt Sr. Wrangler Monte Carlo SS's, the G-body style, and I enjoyed that video so much I wanted to open up some more vintage racing, and this is what I came up with for this video. I hope you enjoy it. I'll get the tripod positioned here and we'll just get to ripping these bad boys open. Okay. So in no particular order, I'm going to start with my favorite. Boy, I'm a big fan of Mustangs, and I love the 60s fastback Mustangs. And look at this Ricky Rudd Tide fastback Mustang here. I've always even been a big fan of the Tide cars just because of that beautiful color scheme that they have. The Tide car really stood out on the racetrack, and I'm absolutely just can't wait to get this thing out of the package. They kind of did like a wind tunnel kind of thing with this package. You can see that it spins around. It's pretty neat. I've never seen that with any other diecast model, but this one is a 2002 limited edition preview, and let's get right into it. Oh, what's the date first? 2002 preview and a 2001 Racing Champions release. Get this beautiful car out of here. I'm not terribly efficient at opening these cars, full disclosure. And there it is. Very good. That is the Tide Fastback 60s Mustang there. I'll try to get it out of the wind tunnel now. May require some tools. Never opened one of these before, and that thing is taped shut. That is going to need a little bit of tooling to get in there. So I'm just going to see if this works. This might turn into a video on how to open vintage diecast racing. Alright, it's ready to come out now. A little bit camera shy. There it is. Nothing to be shy about. That is a beautiful, beautiful car. Got an opening hood on that. It says Racing Champions. Remember that when we're spinning this around and looking at the quality. I mean, and from 2001, just amazing detail. Beautiful, accurate Mustang rims. And we got rubber tires. Amazing. Just like you would expect on a vehicle of this quality, painted in taillights, blacked out below the trunk lid there. Gas cap is even detailed. No license plate, surprisingly, but it being a race car, I guess that's okay. And the Ricky Craven driver's name displayed above the door. And we even have side mirrors on this one. And if you look closely there, detailed windshield wipers and chrome trim all around the windshield, and some very nice detailed louvers on the back. Very, very high quality cars from Racing Champions. And there's a good look at the bottom. Plastic base, nice heavy metal body casting. Probably my favorite. I don't know, that could change. Let's see. Next up, this is the Racing Champions stock rods, 3.25 Premier Die-Cast replica. Alright, features opening hood, full engine detail, 2-piece wheels, rubber tires, and a detailed chassis. And the release date on this one is 1997. So that one has been in the package a very long time, but it'll certainly be nice to get this one out. Check it out. Another Steve Grissom Racing collectible. Very cool. Very, very cool. You do get a base and a collector's card there. Alright, number 41. Grissom. I don't know if it tells on the bottom, but okay. 50 Chevy Impala is what this is. While we got it upside down, very accurate small wheels in the front, and those big tubbed out racing slicks in the rear, and those are definitely rubber tires. Very nicely detailed wheels. Every body line is detailed just fantastically. Nice chrome bumper and grille details out front. I kind of bent the tire in on that one there. Alright, down to the windshield wipers, it is detailed. Very nice job on the graphics. And they colored in the tail lights for us. Very nice. I like how they chose the orange. They could have been red, but looking very good in the orange. Mannheim Auctions on the trunk lid there. And let's take a look underneath the hood. Very nicely detailed and chromed out V8 engine. And it's got a back seat for a race car. Just looking at the details of the interior, so maybe this was a casting that they carried over from a regular street car that they had and just did a racing version of it. Usually you see a roll cage in there. Don't see it this time, it being a race car, but still very nice details for a Racing Champions Classic. Very, very nice. Alright, let's get into the next one. The 50th anniversary, slightly different from the first two stock rods that we looked at there. And you do get a base and a trading card with this one as well. This was issue number 13. Something I want to point out too while I have this one here is look at that price tag. Hills Department Store. It has been many, many years since there has been a Hills Department Store. I was a very, very young man when the last one closed in our area. The price was $3.97. I picked these up at a flea market or a yard sale for about $1 a piece in one of those value boxes that somebody had at their booth. And what a deal. I didn't even have to pay the retail price of $3.97 for it. And also, while we're looking at this up here, one of 19,998. So basically, one of 20,000 with the serial number printed on the chassis. These were somewhat limited edition diecast collectibles. All right. Can you guess what kind of car that is? I'll give you the full spin around there. Thinking those tail fins are going to give it away. What do you think? I can think of another famous car that was made out of this casting. This is the 60 Plymouth. Yes, if it looks a lot like Christine from the movie Christine, it should. That is the 60 Plymouth. Done in a very nice race car style here for us. Has the rubber tires, the big tubbed out racing wheels in the back, accurate smaller and rubber tires in the front. We got a tubbed out interior, very accurate for this car, and a roll cage inside of there. Very nice racing details, very accurate to the casting. Painted in tail lights. It's a very fine job done on the graphics on that one. 350 horsepower. I suppose that would be pretty low for a race car today. Back in the day, 350 horsepower was really something. What we did not get with this car, that we got with the previous two actual stock rods, was we're missing an opening hood on this one. So, sadly no opening hood, but nonetheless, very beautifully done car. Alright, another limited of one of 20,000 basically, 50th anniversary of Racing Champions, 164th NASCAR collectible. Jacobs Auto Salvage is the sponsor of this car. Also has a release date of 1998, yes. And let's have a closer look. Right. I gotta tell you, it is just like Christmas opening these up. It is fantastic to see these cars outside of the packages, especially very highly detailed cars such as these. Guess what that one is? Come on, car guys. I'll spin it around. Just get a good look. And let's see. I always have to flip it over when it's upside down. It's a 1952 Plymouth. Looks like the wedge to me. Looks like the classic wedge. Gotta love the original steely, very period accurate wheels for this model. Excellent, excellent job on the racing decals and tampos on the side. Sponsored by Jacobs Auto Salvage. No, they are not sponsoring this video, unfortunately. Circle J Cattle Farms out there on the back trunk lid. Detailed in tail lights. And we got kind of a plain grille. I don't get too upset about it when they don't go crazy with the headlight details on my race cars or whatnot. I really wouldn't expect them to have headlights anyway. I do like to see the roll cage, which this one has, in my NASCAR collectibles. And it's another very well done car by Racing Champions. We're down to two. The next one, again, Racing Champions, one of 20,000. This one came from Walmart, and I guess Hills was a little bit more a value-conscious place to shop, because this one was $496 retail price. All right, limited edition. You guys are gonna know what this is already. I don't have to flip this one over. Just before I get it out of the package too, it seems like it's a little bit bigger of a car than the rest to me. I don't know. Scale wise, I'll put it down on the table after I'm done reviewing it, and we'll check out that scale size. But man, it even feels heavier. I think this is a slightly bigger car. All right, there it is. The ANH sponsored. I'll spin it around for you here. What car is that? Oh, them taillights are giving away, isn't it? That's a CUDA. Yep, that is a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. Rubber tires, CUDA accurate wheels, fantastic racing graphics. We got the side rear view mirrors, very nice detail for us to get on a race car. Detailed in tail lights, as we seen earlier. Nice chrome bumper. Chrome bumper out front. No detailed in headlights. It is a race car. And check out that interior. They went through the trouble to put the blue centers detail in the middle of those seats. Even in the back seats, guys. Fantastic. No roll cage, unfortunately. But, man, it'd be easy to forget that doesn't have a roll cage in it with the rest of the details of this car. Very, very cool. Another feature of this car that is just outstanding. It has an opening hood, but that's not all. It's got the actual hole in the hood for the air cleaner to come up through. Whenever you see cars that have this detail or whatever, usually they just put the plastic air cleaner on top of the hood and the whole thing opens together. For them to have gone through the trouble to put the actual hole in there and actually put the air cleaner onto that, look at the details on that engine. I mean, 3 colors. Got the black air cleaner, got the chrome valve covers, and the orange engine block. Even went through the trouble to detail that radiator in its own black color as well. Just amazing detail on this car. If you don't have this one in your collection, it's the 50th anniversary of NASCAR Racing Champions Barracuda. That one would be certainly worth going on any of the resale platforms such as eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, wherever you can find it. You gotta get this car. Check out the details on that. Now, I did want to check out the scale accuracy on that, as that seems like a much bigger car than the previous ones that we've opened. And it is. It's very noticeably larger than the other one there. And I'll put it. Yeah, it's a lot bigger. You could even kind of tell that in the package there. All right. And now we're down to the final one. All right. It is again, one of 20,000, 50th anniversary of NASCAR Racing Champions, 1998 diecast release date. Number 63. Lots of packaging to keep these cars nice in their original packages. These being in the packages for, since the late 90s. I guess that would be, 25 years. These things have stayed pristine thanks to that very nice job they've done packaging them. Any guesses on what that is? Well, it says Green Orchard Plymouth on the side. I guess that's a bit of a giveaway. Alright, let's flip it over and see. Always flip them upside down. Alright, this one is the... Wow, that is so small I can't even read that. I'm sorry, guys. 1960 Plymouth. And I think that's accurate. I think that's what they've stamped on the bottom of that. That is so small writing. I need to get my reading glasses out next time I open these things up. Good grief. Alright. Very nicely detailed chrome wheels. Got the big tubbed out rubber tires in the back and the small, very accurately detailed rubber tires in the front. They colored in the taillights for us, even though it's a race car. Very much appreciate detail. Nice chrome bumper and grille details out front. No opening hood on this one, sadly. But while we're there, check out that 410 horsepower. Maybe the most horsepower I've seen as far as the decals on any of these that we've opened up so far. So this may be our fastest car. Maybe you should set up a track and test these things out in an upcoming video. And no roll bar or roll cage in this racing collectible, but we do have a tubbed out interior instead of a back seat in there. That's a pretty good job. Alright, so that covers the stock rods and 50th anniversary of NASCAR, 164th, and I don't know, what would you call that, maybe 165th scale NASCAR racing collectibles. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more classic racing, or more just classic diecast in general, that's the main focus of my channel right now. In the future, we'll be doing wheel swaps and customizations and all that great stuff. So if you did enjoy this video and you like this kind of content, please check out my other content and subscribe and leave some feedback. Let me know how I'm doing. Maybe there's something I could improve or something you'd like to see. Until next time, thanks.